Yo, what's going in my youths? So today I got a video for y'all. If y'all don't know, Drake has been acting up. The lawsuit went to hell. And basically, the lawsuit is over. Drake lawsuit over Not Like Us. It's been dismissed by the judge. Less than a year ago, after the rapper filed his stunning lawsuit, a federal judge says nobody thought Kendrick was really calling him a pedo. And basically, the judge refers back to the song Taylor Made, where Drake alludes to dating younger girls, and Kendrick basically uses that against him, which I thought was just the most dumbest shit you could ever like. Why would you even admit like you just gave the nigga more ammo to diss you? I don't know. Drake is an odd person from what we've seen. He's not really a man of his word. He's all over the place. The nigga's trying to be a victim. It kind of working, according to some Drake fans, which I'm gonna be honest. I've realized Drake fans are not hip hop fans. Like, I'm not even trying to be weird. Like, I used to think that Drake was cool with hip hop, but it's actually getting weird. Like, I feel like a lot of his fans don't even really give a fuck about Kendrick or the whole thing. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. I don't really want to speak about it. I don't know. Some of these niggas are MAGA fans, and I don't know how Drake got associated with people like that. But I don't even want to get there. We're not even about to talk about that. But basically, a federal judge on Thursday, October 9th, dismissed Drake's defamation lawsuit against UGM, which is basically ruled it as a war on words, which we all thought it was. It was just a heated rap battle during discussion that did not end up violent. Just basically summed it up as a logically incoherent case. And that's really what it basically is. It's basically a man-child being mad that he lost. So Drake has lost. And let's be honest, we all knew he lost lyrically. He wasn't competing with Kendrick. Kendrick washed him completely. He wasn't ready for the storm. I don't think he knew what he was really going up against. I'm going to be honest. I feel like Drake just kind of just threw himself out there. Mind you, he's been begging for this to happen. Drake has been sneak dissing Kendrick for a good minute. So for him to not show up how he was supposed to show up, not really surprising to me. I also feel like Drake has done this to himself. I made a whole video about it. Basically, Drake is always played the victim when he's never actually been a victim. Like, Drake has always done this whole thing where I'm being attacked, everybody's coming for me. When it's like, nigga, you did this to yourself. You shot yourself in the own foot. You did a lot of fuckery that put you in these like, Drake's put himself in a lot of tough predicaments, and then he just keeps pointing the finger at everybody. I honestly find it to be hilarious, because it's like, nigga, you've done this to yourself. Nobody's doing this to you. Like, nobody has ever put you in the backseat. You put yourself in the backseat. And this is why we are here. This is why we are here as fans. This is why hip hop is here. This is why we're all watching this whole shit show happen in the first place. So basically, I'm not really surprised by this. Like, I feel like a lot of lawyers knew this was gonna happen. I feel like his lawyers probably knew this was gonna happen, but lawyers are the biggest hustlers in America. So shout out to lawyers. Get your bread up. Fuck it. Fuck it. Get your bread up. You know this nigga's full of shit. Yeah, this was just one of those situations where I feel like we are just not real. Like, hip hop is just not real. Like, I feel like, I don't know what's going on, but I feel like we're in a place of, yo, this guy, this Drake guy is just losing his fucking mind, and we're all just watching him lose it. I don't know if the battle really got to his head, or this is just propaganda so it could help his Iceman album sales, because some of his fans still believe that there's this whole conspiracy that people are against him. Drake is on the plantation. Drake is an overachiever. We're not talking about Tory Lanez getting blocked off every playlist. Drake's never got blocked off any playlist. Drake's music has always been easy to find. As soon as you type in Drake's music, it shows up all his music. I remember when Party Next Door and the academics nigga was spreading that false narrative that his music was being shadow banned. As soon as it popped up, the collab album was right there. I don't know why people are lying for Drake. I don't know why all this propaganda is going on, but no, Drake has never known how it felt to ever be singled out. I don't think he's ever experienced, I don't even know if he knows how that feels. He doesn't know how it feels to be singled out for real. And I feel like we have to be real. Like, this nigga is literally doing this whole victim thing. He's talking about, they counted me out, they counted me out. Like, nobody's ever counted you out, my nigga. You're an overachiever. Like, you're an overachiever. and you put yourself in the backseat as a victim, and this is why your career is going how it's going. And I made a video about this already. I made a video about how I feel like Drake's victim mentality is crumbling his career at this point. And I don't think it's over because Drake's always going to have fans. Like, he has a code base of niggas, but my issue with Drake is, like, as somebody that grew up listening to this nigga and watching him move in the last couple of years, I'm starting to see a lot of dilemmas and a lot of the gripes that a lot of people had with you for years. And it shows in your character. It shows how you carry yourself as a grown man, because Drake is a grown-ass man doing some of the things that he's doing. He's put himself in really tough positions, and when the shit got to, when the stove got too hot, he just starts bitching. And it's really odd to see, because it's like, you made it this far in hip hop. You've done everything. Drake has done 90% of things that most artists will never do. And I mean that. Drake has done things that majority of hip hop will never do. They could dream of fucking doing. Drake has done things that most artists could dream of fucking doing. So when I see him put on this whole victim face and go back and forth and, do the whole, they hated me and everybody's counting me out and people are betraying me and this whole thing. And after he's done all types of grimy shit, he then fuck niggas' baby mom, said what he said about Metro. Like, Drake is not a perfect person. I think that's also the biggest thing that has hindered him the most, because Kendrick's not a perfect person either. He's admitted that he's done bullshit. We know that Kendrick be doing bullshit. He's definitely hypocritical at times. He's been around people that had weird cases, and I feel like that's still fucking weird. But Kendrick was real enough to be like, hey, this is what type of time I'm on. I'm not a perfect person. I fucked up, but I'm not no victim. Drake has always put himself in that victim state of it's me against the world, when the world has always been on your side. Like, it's not really recollecting with him that he's digging himself in a hole. He's the biggest artist. He's putting himself on the forefront for battle that he was not prepared for. Like 16 in LA, he was not ready for that. Kendrick was basically saying, hey, this is me, talking to God, asking if I should really take it there. Because he was going to go there. Kendrick knew Drake was going to make it personal. He already knew in his head that this nigga was going to make it personal. Euphoria was just the start of, hey, I don't really want to go there, but it could get that way. And 16 is like, oh, now I'm preparing myself to go there. Then, of course, Meet the Grams came out and They Not Like Us and so on and so on and so on. But this was always going to happen. This battle was always going to get nasty. You made it get nasty. You brought up his family. Once you brought up his family, the whole baby moms, and she's getting beat up and your kids is not really your kids. Like, what do you think was going to happen? Like, I don't understand what you think was going to happen. You did the same thing with Pusha T. You mentioned his wife, and then he literally shitted on you. And it keeps happening to you. Drake is the problem, and he doesn't understand that he's the problem. And it's like, nigga, you gotta be real with yourself. If you're not ready to go to battle with niggas for real, if you know you're not equipped to go to war with Kendrick, because to me, I ain't gonna lie, it's not that hard to really diss Kendrick. You could just call that nigga Israel Compton, Israel nigga from Compton, Israelite from Compton, attack his wokeness. You could basically call a nigga a hypocrite, because a lot of his stances sometimes do conflict with others. Like, it's not that hard to really diss Kendrick, but you don't understand the nigga, and I think you just always had some weird, like, and this all started because Kendrick, basically said, I'm going to be better than Drake and a bunch of other rappers in a song in 2012. And he just held that anger. And he took it personally. And this is why we're here. Because of some shit that happened in the past. And it's still affecting you negatively. And this is why we're all here. But I'm going to put my old video for Drake Is Not a Victim in the bottom of my description if y'all want to watch it. It's basically from my old channel. But it's a pretty decent video too. But this is just me just going overall in the whole situation. Drake has digged himself in a hole. I know a lot of his fans are also disappointed because they feel like he hasn't been dropping music. Even though Drake has been dropping music, hip-hop's in limbo, but it's in limbo because of other issues way bigger than Drake and Kendrick. But that's for a whole nother topic within itself. Also, I'm going to be honest, the reason why niggas not going so hard with the Drake songs right now is because them shits is anything. They're, again, uninspiring. The nigga keep doing this victim shit, and I don't want to hear a nigga bitch and moan, and he got all this goddamn money, and he's been at the top for so long in his career. Like, Drake has never really experienced a real fall off. Even after this battle, he will never know how it feels to have a real fall off. Like, he just keeps doing the bullshit. But that's what I really had to say for today. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to see you on the next week's video. Peace.